that? There was some news over. Oh yeah, this was the downtown Seattle shooting that happened today.
Breaking news in Seattle, where police are investigating a deadly overnight shooting. SPD says it happened in Pioneer Square on 2nd Avenue South around 1:30 in the morning. Fox 13's Nikki Torres live in that area with what we know so far. What's going on behind you, Nikki?
Taylor, we know that the medical examiner is doing their work now. They arrived just around 20 to 30 minutes ago, and this happened overnight, but it is still very much an active investigation. As of right now, you can see that there are multiple squad cars that are here blocking this area on South Washington Street in Pioneer Square. What we know, according to SPD so far, is this happened just after 1 o'clock this morning, and this investigation has been going on now for more than 7 hours. Seattle police tell us that they are investigating a shooting that left 3 people dead and another person injured. Now, again, this is the Pioneer Square neighborhood. We are just steps away from Smith Tower. According to SPD, officers this morning were responding to a call for a disturbance, and this was on the 100 block of South Washington Street. Officers said that they found 4 adults who were all shot and they were unresponsive. Now, when Seattle Fire got here, medics determined that 3 of the 4 victims were dead. That was 2 men and 1 woman. Crews then rushed the 4th victim to Harborview Medical Center, and what we know so far is that he is in critical condition. Now, what led up to this shooting, that is still under investigation. Officers still have this Street closed off, and again, the medical examiner is here on scene, so this could be wrapping up here within an hour or 2, but for right now, we do not know who any of the victims are. We also do not have a suspect description. SPD says that they have not made any arrests, at least as of right now. We're live in Seattle. I'm Nikki Torres, Fox 13 News. Back to you in studio.
An 18-year-old is dead and an 11-year-old is in the hospital after a shooting at a Federal Way apartment complex. Police tell us the suspect here still on the loose. Federal Way police say it happened just before 1:30 this morning at the Sunset 320 apartments. That's where they found an 18-year-old man with gunshot wounds. Despite attempts to save his life, they couldn't. Police then found an 11-year-old in a neighboring apartment who was struck by a stray bullet while sleeping. That child was transported to Harborview, where they are reported to be stable. Police say the suspect left the scene in a vehicle. Police believe the incident started as a domestic violence situation involving the victim and his ex-girlfriend. Anybody with any information is urged to contact the Federal Way Police Department.
All right.
Ultimately, one of the things that could help break this logjam, perhaps the only thing that can, is a direct conversation between President Trump and Vladimir Putin. And he's already openly expressed a desire and a belief that that needs to happen. And hopefully that'll be worked out soon as well.
You're planning on that?
Well, I don't know. We're certainly made the offer. The president's made that offer already publicly. The mechanics of setting that kind of meeting up would require a little bit of work. So I can't say that's being planned as we speak in terms of picking a site and a date. But the president wants to do it. He wants to do it as soon as feasible. I think the Russian side has also expressed a willingness to do it. And so now it's just a question of bringing everyone together and figuring out where and when and that meeting will happen and what it'll be about.
Okay. As soon as feasible, Russia's Putin. Yeah, I don't know. We will see. I mean, given what happened when Putin didn't show up, I mean, that kind of hurts a little bit. I mean, he didn't not show up. Some of Putin's cabinet members showed up to do negotiations, but you're right. I guess Zelensky didn't like it that much, and then I guess whatever was levied at the table was not fucking. That's not what. They couldn't come to an agreement. Let's just say that. So now we have to wait and see what's going on. Gonna take a little bit more time now.
Do you have any children?
Yes, ma'am.
What are their ages?
4, 3, 2, 1, 6 months.
And where are they? Who are they with?
Their mothers.
How many mothers?
3.
All right, that is not Black excellence.
Jesus! Holy shit! Oh my god, fucking call that! God damn, this judge is spicy. That's not
The
Black
fact that you're
excellence.
here is not Black excellence.
Jesus.
Unless that's the name of a building. But I'm assuming it's not. So you are not showing Black excellence.
I remember
to your
this
ancestors.
judge. Oh my, is this the Texas judge? Yeah, this lady. Yeah, this lady's pretty fucking. She does not fuck around, dude. Oh, she's like that one judge. Where was that other judge? Who was that other judge? He wears the glasses and he has the bow tie. I forgot what his name was.
Your mother,
Fuck.
your grandmother, or
That
anyone.
judge doesn't
You
fuck
understand?
around either. I
So
mean, these
don't
judges
wear
are pretty
Black
straight
excellence
shooters.
if you're not
Like
showing it.
Yes, ma'am.
they will read your
It's
case, and if they
trespassing.
see, oh
I could
yeah,
technically leave
this guy too. He's a pretty straight. Yeah, Cedric Simpson. He's a pretty straight shooter too.
even
right,
if
I
you
mean,
guys
look,
issue
there
a
are
warrant
some
as long
good
as I don't
judges.
return, because kiss my ass.
But yeah,
This
there's
is
very
you
know what?
there's very
No,
few
no,
and far
no,
between.
No, I'm gonna tell you what. You don't come
Says
in
fuck
here, you don't, fuck you. Okay, that's contempt, that's 93. Keep going.
Fuck you.
That's another.
What? Yeah, don't say fuck you to a judge. Don't do that.
93. That's another 93. That's another
That dude's just like, holy shit. Holy fuck.
93.
Ejected.
That's another 93. That's 6 93s consecutive. Mr. Jenkins does not want to, he does not want to unmute. He does.
He's just like, oh shit, I'm so sorry. I'm laughing back here, man.
I'm sorry. I just seen how you doing, Your Honor? I'm doing, sir.
Boston was scheduled for a Wilson.
How you doing, Your Honor? Dude, he's even cracking the fuck. Because it's just like, goddamn, man. There was no need for that. Listen. Judges are, judges are just, they're human beings too. They're pretty straightforward if you're just reasonable.
County judge on
well,
a
at least
simple marijuana
some of these
possession
judges are.
charge.
I don't know
And
if you're gonna get right. Some judges, some judges might be
that
upset,
set the
and you're gonna
stage
get
for what
fucking
happened
shit canned
next.
real
This
fast.
now viral video shows Boston at the podium before the judge, pulling out the joint, lighting it up.
No
and puffing
way!
away. This as security then.
No way! No way did this dude really just do what I think he just did. Everyone's looking at him like, what are you doing?
And moved to take him from the courtroom.
What was it you said to the crowd?
I said, we the people deserve better because it's ridiculous.
That doesn't mean you can. You're in the. Why would you think you could do that in court? I don't know what state he's in, but holy shit, man.
F15-13303.
Don't do that.
Mr. Booth, I have a question for you.
Oh yeah, it's this chick too. Yeah, basically, this is the they were at the same school together. This is where, yeah, it's this one, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you go to Nautilus for middle school?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry to see you there. I always wondered what happened to you, sir.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
This is the nicest kid in middle school.
Oh my goodness.
He was the best kid in middle school. I used to play football with him, with all the kids, and look what has happened. I'm so sorry.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Mr. Booth, I hope you were able to change your ways. Good luck to you.
Booth was released from jail. His family was there, and so was Judge Glazer. And at this, their second encounter, she had a message for him.
Take care of your family, try and get a job, stay clean. You're going to do something good for somebody else. That's what you got to do. This is a group effort to see you succeed. Don't let us down.
I won't. I promise not to.
Fast forward 8 years later. Sadly, Booth is in trouble once again.
No.
Yep, just like last time, he finds himself before the same judge, Mindy Glazer of Miami-Dade Criminal Court.
Booth is now facing new charges in connection to 4 crimes in which elderly victims were targeted for their jewelry. 3 of the 4 incidents happened within the city of Miami.
He will pose as some sort of maintenance worker
Fucking
in an attempt to get into the victims' homes, only to rob them of their jewelry
my God,
and
no,
then flee
don't
the
do
scene.
that.
Like this.
Booth was back in court this morning and
Yeah, but
seemingly couldn't bear to
Yeah, he
look
couldn't.
at his
Yeah, he
old friend.
couldn't
Anyway, I
fucking
can't hear your case. I'm going to get another judge to hear it. Okay, so if you have a seat, somebody else will be here. Hope things work out for you better.
Yep. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I remember that one.
Palm Springs Fire Chief. My first one arrived in under 1 minute.
Yeah.
Find a well-involved.
Sometimes you repeat a right.
Structural collapse. Our
Sometimes
firefighters
people don't make it
majority of
out,
the fire before having to back out because of
and
the
they
collapse
keep doing the
We're
fucked up
working
shit.
closely with our public safety partners to ensure the community remains safe, and I'm happy to answer any questions you may have. This is still under investigation, and I can't make that conclusion at this time.
So it's possible the suspect is...
Oh, there's one. It seems like there's one dead.
I'll let our law enforcement partners speak more to that, but I cannot.
One dead, 4 injured.
Hey folks, let's wait till the end of this press conference where we get some questions. We got 2 more speakers, and then we'll get to some questions.
I'd like to turn it over to Mayor Pro Tem Naomi Soto.
Good afternoon. My name's Naomi Soto. I'm the Mayor Pro Tem here in the city of Palm Springs. This morning is a terrible tragedy. We have 1 person killed, several others who have been hurt, and our heart goes out to everyone who has been impacted and their families. I want to acknowledge that the building that was damaged is a fertility clinic, and this is a place of hope. This is a building that people go to start or expand their families. We acknowledge their pain and concern across the community. For the ARC patients and staff, this is a building where hope lives, and we are confident it will continue afterward, as their meaningful work must continue. I also want to thank our first responders who ran towards the scene immediately and without delay. They responded and ran towards an unknown danger. Thank you to our brave fire department and our police department, and thank you to Police Chief Andrew Mills and Fire Chief Paul Alvarado for their leadership today during this tragedy. And I also want to thank out to all the different offices who have reached out to offer their support and resources, including Governor Gavin Newsom, Senator Alex Padilla, Congressman Ken Calvert, Senator Rosalie Ochoa-Bo, Assemblyman Greg Wallace, and all of our staff across so many departments who have stepped up today, including our council members and our city manager, Scott Stiles. It's been a hard day. There are several more hard days of work, but as the police chief mentioned, we need our community's patience as we move forward these next few days. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to open it to just a few questions. Sir?
Can you verify again, the person who died, is that believed to be an innocent victim? Or is it the suspect? And if it is an innocent victim, what do we know about the person who did this? Are they remote? Are they maybe incinerated in the car?
Understood. It's a very good question, and I'm sure you guys will want those answers, and we will provide them for you as soon as we can. At this moment, this is what I'm willing to say regarding that. This is an ongoing investigation. We're not prepared to comment on that at this moment. We're not prepared to provide any additional comments on the relationship between the decedent and our person of interest.
Why would you be certain that there is no threat to the public then right now of risk?
We have an ongoing investigation, and further comments will compromise that investigation.
Was the clinic targeted?
We believe so, yes.
And you mentioned terrorism. Is this domestic?
So it was some kind of argument.
I'm going to say this again. This was an intentional act of terrorism. As our investigation will unfold, we will determine if it's an international.
Interesting. So they are calling it an act of terrorism.
One, the Joint Terrorism Task Force is the lead on this, and we will find
Interesting. Okay, so now they're getting the feds involved. Oh shit. So yeah, now it's elevated.
Mm-hmm. I can't say much about that right now because it's ongoing.
Based on your experience, is Palm Springs the only place the investigation is happening?
I'm sorry, sir. Can you ask that again?
Based on your experience, what would be the amount of explosives that you can fit in a car?
Why are you talking? What the fuck?
Let me be clear. This is probably one of the largest bombing investigations that we've had in Southern California.
Yeah, this is pretty big. Yeah, that Yeah, to have an explosion like that. Yeah, that's pretty big. There hasn't been one in such a long time like that.
Mm-hmm. Is that connected to this potential bombing? I'm not prepared to provide those comments at this time.
A witness found a tripod with a camera as if it were being live streamed. Have you heard this? Is that something you're investigating?
I have, and yes, it is something we're investigating.
Sir, at this point, no, she asked it. Sir, at this point in the investigation, had the clinic received any threats prior to this incident?
Not that we're tracking.
So is there or is there not a suspect you're looking for?
We have a person of interest in this investigation. We are not actively out searching.
There's a
for
person. Wait, so
that
interesting. Okay. So they're saying there was an accomplice, probably that was.
The press conference. We plan to do something later. Okay, as we get more information, we'll be able to release more information. So right now, that's all we have right now with our press conference. We're concluding it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I will reach out to our media outlets and let you guys know when the next press conference.
Okay. You have anybody in Spanish? Just awaiting word on when the next press conference will be, but we are just wrapping up that press conference from Palm Springs. The FBI, the ATF is on scene. We heard from FBI Assistant Director in charge of the LA
The
field
feds
office,
are
Davis, who
coming.
apparently
Oh well, yeah,
was
the feds
already
would
in
be
Palm
coming
Springs
because
at
of
the
the
moment when he was
explosion,
called
right?
into action. And Palm Springs Police
Yeah, and if you're gonna be doing that,
Yeah,
using a car bomb and
Davis
shit,
said
yeah,
that
well,
this is one of the
the feds are
largest bombing
coming.
investigations they've seen in Southern California. So that kind of gives you an idea of just how big this was. He did also mention that they are not actively searching for a suspect, but that's about all the information we were able to get on the person of interest in this investigation.
It's tough. We know what they're saying. They're just not allowed to say it. The police chief said the public is not at risk. The FBI assistant director in charge says there's a person of interest in this case. We are not actively searching for the bomber. So, we can read between the lines a little bit when we are told by police that the public is not at risk. There is no one else out there. This is an isolated incident, and the FBI says we can't say because it'll damage our investigation. But it sounds like the person who is dead is indeed the bomber in this case. We just need official confirmation from the FBI to officially be able to say that's what they know. Again, the number of injured downgraded from 5 to 4.
Yeah, they think they think the bomber was right.
Field. They said 250 yards around. That's about a 7.
They were like inside. Well, it might be the deceased person, right? That got fucking blasted somewhere.
And you can see live now. There is the building in question at the center of your screen. The explosion happened in the parking lot at the right of your screen. The debris field exploding out onto the road, onto
yeah, we'll
Indian
see.
Canyon
We'll
Road,
see when
it
comes out.
Damage as well. We do have an interview with an eyewitness who saw what happened today. Let's listen to that right now.
It's like you would thought somebody was shooting at you, or it was a big bang. It startled everyone over here. We all looked around like, what was that? What was that? And there wasn't nothing right here, but in about 2 seconds after the explosion, you seen a big black smoke just popped in the sky, and that's when we knew something had majorly happened. So and then we discovered it was a car blew up. I was looking for the person, and like all the doors were open. The blast blew all the doors open. So there was a guy going in every door asking, "Is everybody okay? Is anyone in here?" And there was no answer. And from the 2 or 3 of us that were standing in the parking lot, it wasn't no one there. It was just debris everywhere. So the only thing that I see that was visibly safe or alive was that cell phone and that tripod that was mounted to that little fence that he had it mounted to. That's the only thing that was there visible alive at the time.
Yeah, and we will continue to monitor the latest development on this deadly explosion in Palm Springs on air and online at abc7.com. Also, check your phone. We will be pushing out any big updates to our ABC7 Los Angeles app.
Couple quick things before we go. The FBI says if you have information on this case, to give them a call. That's 1-800-CALL-FBI, 1-800-225-5324. And the chief of police in Palm Springs says if you find any evidence, leave it where it is. Call their non-emergency police line. That's not 911 if you're in Palm Springs.
Yeah, if you find any, do not fucking touch
Leave it where it is and let them know. And the chief of police saying terrorism came knocking
Don't touch
on Palm
it.
Springs'
If
door
you're gonna do that,
today.
you're fucking
We
with
survived,
evidence.
and we will rise.
Or well,
Again,
you're
we will continue
tampering
to
with
cover this and
evidence.
bring you the latest on a special edition at 8 o'clock after hockey, and then again tonight on Eyewitness News at 11.
We'll see you then.
Oh, there you have it. What do we got here? Okay, well, that was like nothing. I shouldn't have done that. What is it?
President Trump has been on a historic tour of the Middle East this week. We're coming to you live for the MAGA Minute from Abu Dhabi, so let's roll through it.
$600 billion
This week
Saudi
in the Middle
Arabian
East,
deal,
President Trump
right?
marked a new era of American foreign policy, encouraging
1.2
peace
trillion
and
deal,
prosperity
1.4
through
trillion
strength.
investment.
President Trump announced a $600 billion commitment in investments from the country of Saudi Arabia, which will mean hundreds of thousands of new jobs in your communities. In Qatar, the president signed a historic agreement to generate an economic exchange with the United States worth $1.2 trillion. And the dealmaker-in-chief also announced a historic sale of American-made Boeing aircrafts and American-made GE Aerospace engines to Qatari Airways. Finishing off the trip in the United Arab Emirates, the president announced more than $200 billion in commercial deals between the United States and the UAE. The president this week also signed a historic initial trade deal with China to reduce tariffs
All the
and
deals.
to continue discussing opening Chinese markets to American-made
you got a
products
India-Pakistan
and goods.
ceasefire.
President Trump also secured a ceasefire between India and Pakistan, literally preventing a nuclear war. President Trump and Special Envoy Witkoff secured the release of American Eden Alexander, the last remaining American hostage in Gaza,
last week, 2 weeks
after
ago?
584 days in Hamas captivity. And on the home front, President Trump signed an executive order putting American patients first to lower your drug prices and to end foreign nations paying cheaper money for drugs and ripping off American pharmaceutical innovation. Inflation fell to its lowest level in more than 4 years this past month. It was certainly a packed week, and we look forward to working with Congress next week to pass the one big beautiful bill, which means the greatest tax cuts in history. We'll see you back in Washington for next week's MAGA Minute.
MAGA Minute. Well, there you have it. That was 2 minutes. What do you mean, MAGA Minute? Anyways, thank you, White House. Caroline Levitt.
President Trump.
Press House Secretary. Speaker. What's going on in Define L's? Twinkle, twinkle, little Harry Sisson. Hey, Donald, nobody is above the law in the United States. Trump is now arresting sitting judges, and we're less than 100 days into it. This is exactly what dictators do. No, you want to see a real dictator? Go see what Xi's been doing. As soon as one of his party members start fucking right showing signs of disfavor, he fucking shit cans them. Like, no, get the fuck out of here. We got to get a new guy in here. Major Epstein update. She's more light on his sick file. Huge Epstein revelation erupts. Rick is mad, guys. That means more memes for us. Rick Wilson, he's not above the law. No one is above the law. If he's above the law, the Republic is dead. How is that hard? How is this hard to understand? Oh, so we're arresting judges now. Good to know. This stamp is genius. Libs are going to lose it. Buy it here. What, Trump stamp? James Comey is about to fuck around and find out. Alright, anyways. What's Yeet got going? Anything new on Yeet? Mr. Awkward? 20,000? Someone mentioned tagging safety instead of support for help with the shadow ban of my account. Oh. Uh-oh. An hour drama break for this streaming world, and my account will see what happens in the time frame with the shadow ban. I'll come back earlier if it gets resolved before that. Anyone want to help? Message Ak on Discord. Ain't no way. Oh, apparently his search suggestion is banned. Right, when you put in his name, you can't find it. But oh, it's there now. I'm not even following him. Oh, it's there. I wonder what happened. I don't know. I don't know. It might be caching issues. That's the only thing I can think of. On browsing side. Or website. DNS. What's happened there? All right.